Welcome to the Oaks Podcast. I'm your host, Travis Hall, alongside my wife and co-host, Ingrid.
On this podcast, we talk about all things real estate, entrepreneurship, business, faith, family, you name it, we talk about it, and how we do it all as an equally yoked husband and wife team.
We are glad you're here. Thanks for listening. Enjoy this week's episode. What's up, and welcome to the Oak Podcast. I'm your host, Travis, and this is my wife, Ingrid.
Hi.
And we're coming off of Thanksgiving break.
Yes.
We impromptu decided, let's take a break for Thanksgiving. Just because we normally post on Thursdays and Fridays, mostly Thursday. And obviously that was Thanksgiving. So speaking of Thanksgiving, it is Christmas time out here in Coeur d'Alene, and it's amazing.
It is.
I've loved the fall. The fall is over. Winter.
Oh, it is full winter.
Full winter. We got a couple inches of snow, but it is beautiful.
Wearing my Christmas uniform.
You're merry and bright. Yep. Yeah, we had a great Thanksgiving, and they do all kinds, like, it's like a fairy tale up here. And
it's a Hallmark Christmas.
It is. Like, think of like the most amazing Hallmark Christmas movie you can think of.
Like the one with the guy that owns a Christmas tree farm and the thing.
All of
the
those.
Lights.
They're all the same. And that's what it's like up here. It's like the resort is just beautiful, lights everywhere. They had a whole lighting ceremony.
There's like igloos with like every single restaurant has igloos.
Yeah.
There's
Skating
an ice
rink.
skating rink. Oh, the other thing is everyone sends their children to school in full snow gear here.
When it snows, yeah.
Yeah. So our children were the only ones not in snow gear yesterday. And I am standing at pickup and like everyone is rolling in the snow.
Yeah.
And there's snowballs everywhere.
Full play.
They're allowed to throw snowballs at recess, not at each other,
Yep.
but they have targets and they like it's the full thing.
There was
I
like
love it.
Massive snowballs out on the field
Mm-hmm.
that they'd all like made. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's fun.
It is fun. So what are we talking about today?
So in the spirit of the holidays, we are going to talk about giving. And yesterday was Giving Tuesday. They kind of say that. We think the whole month of December is giving.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice way to reflect on where you can put excess funds before the end of the year.
Right. And so, yeah,
generosity.
we're like, let's talk about giving and generosity. It's not just about money.
No.
It's about a spirit and a heart of generosity and helping. And obviously there's gifts around Christmas time, and we all know that. But yeah, let's just talk about giving and why we give, and at least for Ingrid and I, like why it's important. Today is going to be fun. Like, I have my Bible. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And
give us the word.
Yeah. So I think the first one to start off, just a couple of Bible verses that are all about generosity that mean a lot to us. Yeah. The first one is coming from the book of Matthew in the New Testament, and it simply says, "Where your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will be also."
This
and
one
it's so, it does. It's so good. It's like where you put your money matters to you.
Yeah.
You know, like it just does. And so it's like where you give, where you save, how you save, like all those different things, like they matter.
Mm-hmm.
And so like with kids, like teaching kids about money, which is painfully difficult. And
you have to be consistent, and it's so hard.
And it takes so much intention, I think, to like teach them like what money is and how you make money. And maybe for a normal parents that have jobs that go to their
They're
job,
like, well, I go to my job and then I get this money and we put it in the bank account and then we pay for groceries.
That makes more, maybe it makes more sense for kids, but with ours, they're like, what do you say you do here?
Well, and they're on like a commission plan. And I think they're like, none of my friends are on a commission plan. Like, what is this?
It's good for them.
I'm like, well, this isn't what you get. Like, to live under my roof, you have to do your chores, and then you can earn commission. They're like, okay.
We have their base of things they have to do just because they have to. And then if they want to do extra, that's the real world. If you want to go mow a lawn next door, you might get paid for it.
And then every now and then you're going to do it for free, because that's called being generous.
Exactly.
But I agree. I think like when you, and I mean, there's lots of short form videos or podcasts or even, sermons on this Bible verse. It's profound. It's probably the most profound one for me in terms of the principles of generosity.
Dave Ramsey camps on that verse a lot.
Yeah. And truly, like, if you look at your calendar, if you look at your bank account, you 100% will be able to tell where your heart is.
Right.
And so, like, for us, a lot of it is in the kids.
Hmm.
Like, they take up a huge portion of the budget and the calendar. Um, that's just a very, like, rudimentary example of where our treasure is, our heart is also.
Right.
Um, they get they get the second fruits, right? If God gets the first fruits, like, the kids are getting the second fruits. They are getting taken care of next. And then Boone. No, and
Boone's like, I get taken care of every day.
yeah, he gets snuggles. But it's not just generosity with your treasures, it's generosity with your time
Hmm.
also. And so, like, for people who listeners, if you're sitting here thinking, "It's been a slim year this year, like, there's not a
Right.
lot I can give in terms of dollars to, you know, things that are close to my heart, whether it's foster care or,
Hmm.
whatever those things are that are close to your heart, that's okay. You still have other ways you can be generous.
Right. And so that comes into the next Bible verse that I want to talk about, because giving is not just financial. It is easy. It's an easy thing that you can just give extra money to your church like we do.
Sure.
And this isn't like, we're not talking about tithing. We're just talking about giving and being generous as a general idea
Mhm.
this Christmas time. Um, but you can give to your church, you can give to nonprofit, you can give to the Salvation Army, there's a lot of different ways, but you can also just give to others, right? And so in Proverbs, it tells us, Proverbs 11, verse 25, it says, the generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. And I love that, because it really is, and cliche, but it's true. And it's like, it's better to give than get.
Mhm.
Generally speaking, if you bless somebody else, you feel good about it.
Yeah.
And so that is the fun with this season of like buying somebody a cup of coffee
Yeah.
behind you that you don't know,
Yeah.
or something like that, like going and just doing something that's
Random,
random,
unexpected.
unexpected.
Yeah.
And talk about like how and this is not like, oh, wow, we're so cool. This is just important to us.
Mhm.
We've done this for several years when it comes to generosity this season. And like, how do we do that? Like a practical thing that we do that somebody else could easily do as well.
So, I mean, we definitely love Malin and I like a grand gesture. Like,
Mhm.
we love, like, the drama of the presentation. So we do like blessing people behind us, like with coffee, if we're gonna do something like that. And one of the other things I have the kids do every year is make a Christmas gift for
Mhm.
grandparents and teachers. These are the people that outside of it, like, immediate, they have the biggest impact on them. And does a teacher love a gift card? 100%. A very, very thoughtful note that you take 15 minutes to write to them and tell them why they're so special to your kid, and then your kid to literally make something with their hand. Like, they go and give that to the teacher. The teacher gets a gift by reading the words, but also, like, your kid will light up giving
Oh,
their teacher a gift that they themselves made.
right.
It's free. You can find any craft with things laying around the house.
Mhm.
You don't have to do the gift cards. You can just bless them with that, and truly, they both are blessed.
Mhm.
I would love to see a teacher's Christmas tree, because what if they have, like, a whole tree dedicated to all of these, like, handmade Christmas gifts and ornaments from kids?
Right. I mean, they love apples, I hear.
Yeah.
Well,
What about
and
you? What's another one?
well, another one we've done, and it's different this year for us, just by the nature of where we live now. But in years past, we, like, you and I have really done this. We've set aside a certain amount of money and prayed through it, and of like, hey, who is somebody that we can help,
Mhm.
that we can bless, and completely anonymously,
Yep.
which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
And like, you don't receive like the receiving of it,
Mm-mm.
but in your heart, like, man, that's amazing.
And sometimes you hear about it, like, sometimes if it's somebody close to you or near,
Hmm.
near close to you, they might be like, "Yeah, I received this, like, X."
Right.
And if it's
Like
like,
internally, you're like, it's like Secret Santa, but like you
yeah,
never. It's just
but it could be somebody who's had a really hard freaking year,
right.
or somebody who's just really been sad, or honestly, like, somebody who has given you so much that
Right.
you're like, this is a small way I can do it back.
And it's not always about need.
No, I would say like when you give somebody something and they know who it came from, that's a gift, right? And we have this weird thing in America about the exchange of gifts, of like
And they feel obligated to give you something back.
obligation, yes. Whereas when you can do it anonymously, it feels like a true blessing to them. And I think that's yourself will feel refreshed.
Well, and I didn't dog ear this when I read it the other day, and in Matthew as well. Like Jesus talks about that. He talks about like give. He says it so. Do not let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Like kind of this unique parable of like, don't make it like this big thing. Like do it like
Mhm.
kind of secretly, and like don't make it about you. It's not about you.
Yeah.
So it's just we do that, and then we do it with our kids in a sense of we have a certain amount, like it's not like a ton, like
No.
25 bucks, like
Yeah.
something like that. And we're doing the same thing this year, but in years past, it's been like, hey, like we want to, you give you the ability to like decide, hey, who do we bless? And usually
Mhm.
for them, it was like we're driving down the street and they see like a homeless person and they're like, can we give them money? And it's like, yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. And like they had an active role in it in a sense of like they made the decision.
Mhm.
Um, this year, we are in a smaller town and there's not as much homeless people.
I know. Yeah, I was thinking
And
that.
so,
I'm
like,
like,
as far as like, well, that isn't going to be the thing that we do, but we're still going to do the same thing of like, hey, here is, and we're going to really empower them of like, here's 25 bucks or whatever we decide.
mhm.
And this can't be for you. You have to choose who you want to bless this with, whether it's you buying, a gift card for a Starbucks or
But
coffee
you're
shop
doing it, yeah,
for someone else.
anonymously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
Just teaching them the spirit of giving.
yeah,
And
I would say like one of the easiest ways to teach your kids the spirit of generosity is to have them do something anonymously
mhm.
because it comes without that accolade, that public accolade, but it still gives them that warm and fuzzy feeling inside. Yeah.
Exactly. And so in second, no, I'm not reading that one. In Acts, this was Acts
Read them all,
chapter
babe, all
20.
25.
I had like 10. I was like,
I
I can get
know.
this one. I
I'm
can get
like, we're
this
gonna be here
one.
for 2
I'm
hours.
like, I just want like little tidbits because they just are good. And this one just said, I'm not going to read the whole thing. It just says in Acts 20, verse 34, it says, it is more blessed to give than to receive. And the same thing. It's just like a reminder of like, we think about what Christmas is like.
Mm-hmm.
It is the celebration for us. It is the celebration of Jesus' birth, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's the biggest gift of them all is God gave us his son Jesus
Yeah.
as a gift to all of us people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it is a fun season. We both love this season
Yeah.
because it's a time to be excited and merry and bright and
Yeah.
like a blessing. And like for us, like this has been a strange year. It's been a hard year. We talked about that a lot on this podcast, but it's been a really, really good year
Yeah.
too. And so like we're gonna go out with a bang and like celebrate and
Mm-hmm.
bless others, and we're excited about that.
Yeah. What do you think, like, give the listeners some other ways in which you can be generous, like outside of just your monetary, like, you know, value
You can, I mean,
without dollars?
snowing. Our neighbors, Bill and Karen next door, they're in their 80s.
Hmm.
Like at Bradbury, where we used to live in Denver, it was like a constant like battle with all of the neighbors
Yeah, and those
of
old
like
people got up so
who
early.
could get up and shovel everybody else's, like sidewalk first.
Yeah.
But truly, little things like that of like, hey, I'm not gonna ask. I'm
Mhm.
just gonna do it. I'm gonna shovel your sidewalk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something, like, oh, your windows are really dirty. I'm gonna clean them. If I'm in
Yeah.
Florida, like I'm gonna clean your
Yeah,
windows
right.
because
I know. I'm
I'm
like,
not gonna shovel any snow. But you can acts of service. You can look all around, and
yeah.
especially like that's for us too. Like when it comes to generosity, it is really fun to do it in your immediate neighborhood.
Yeah, I love that. I would say too, like being generous with your words this time of year
Hmm.
can really go a long way. People are in this reflective state, right? Around the holidays, ending a calendar year, um, turning over maybe first holidays without somebody,
Hmm.
first holidays with somebody, that I think it's a really good time to just be generous with words.
Yeah.
And intentionally generous. So we try to encourage the kids to, hey, pay a compliment every day.
Mhm.
Every day, one compliment, and then you have to tell us at night, like, what was your compliment? Who was it for? And the easy ones are, I love your shoes. I like your dress today. The
Yeah.
harder ones are the ones about someone's character
Yeah.
or somebody that goes really unnoticed or to an adult. So a child to an adult, that is challenging for kids. It stretches them, but it also just feeds the soul of the adult.
What's funny though is for a lot of adults, it's hard to receive it.
Yeah.
Like most adults, like including myself, you're
You
like,
immediately
I
like,
just deflect. You're like, thank you, and you're awesome too. Like
yeah.
it is interesting, like because it's just hard to receive. I think
But
on
try
the
that. Try that.
yeah, on the words, like I was taught this when I worked at Red Rocks, and it's been one of those things. Like Scott Brugman, like I heard it first from him, and like for me, it's when it comes to like if I think of someone, I just view it as like the Lord's putting them on my heart, and I'm gonna text them.
Mhm.
But in this season, like practice generosity, but through gratitude.
Mhm.
And, like a simple text, voice memo is just as easy. Like, hey,
Thought of
I
you.
thought about you and man, I so appreciate you. Like,
Yeah.
thank you for X, Y, and Z. Or like, and like, I'll even say, like, hey, no need to respond. I just thought about you and wanted to say, I appreciate you.
Yeah, but what if you do that every day from now until Christmas
Hmm.
or the end of the year? Like, what if you do that every single time you thought of someone? You sent them a 15-second voice memo. No need to respond. Thought of you. Wanted you to know. Love you.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's 30 people that you spread,
Yeah, you might
like,
think about people a couple times a day.
right?
Think about
Or the
people right
person you're
now.
like, I thought about them. Oh, I definitely don't want to text them. And then you think about it again and you're like, why do I keep thinking about them?
And you're like, oh, okay.
You're like, Mom, I love you and I think about you,
Yeah.
you know?
Um, Before we wrap up, I want to talk too about just if you do have monetary gifts, where you choose to put them
Yeah.
and encourage the audience, especially if you are, in a family, um, to talk about it with your kids and to talk about it or with your partner, your spouse, like whoever it is you live with, but making a community around generosity and giving, I think is a very strong practice of, one of the places we gave to in years past, when we lived in Denver was the Highline
Yeah.
Canal Conservancy. We use that trail multiple times a week. Absolutely loved it.
Loved
Somebody
it.
maintains that trail.
Hmm.
And it was really special to be able to talk to the kids about, hey, here is this trail that we love and we've created family memories on, and we've done all these great things, and we're going to give some of our money so that they can keep keeping it beautiful and cut the trees and add new gravel. Same thing with, a place that we've camped at, Friends of 4 Mile, we did that.
Yep.
So if you can include your kids, and these don't have to be big gifts, but including each other and understanding why your partner wants to give to this place or why it creates this community of giving and generosity that I think is really special.
Well, and I think we should add to that, like with this idea of being yoked, right? With you and I, like we have like this time of year, we have a meeting where we talk about giving and
Mhm.
like, where do we want to give? And like the Denver Institute for Faith and Work, like is always important to you.
Yep.
And it's important to me, but it's like, you love it. You're passionate
Love
about it.
it.
You volunteer for them. And so like, you always say like, hey, I want them to be in the mix. And
Mhm.
so, and for us, this is like the end of year above and beyond. And it's usually when we bring in other things that are passionate about, like
Yeah.
what you just said. And so I'd encourage, like, with your spouse, your partner, if you have
Mhm.
one, like, talk about it. Like, maybe there's something that's really important to your spouse that you just didn't realize, or it's new. And it's like, hey, I saw this, or my friend is starting this thing
Mhm.
and I want to give to it. Like, for us, the PTA,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
our Fernan STEM PTA here, it's like, it is pretty underfunded. And we're like, that's important to us.
That's important. Yeah.
Like that school is really important to us, and it's like that has never been in our giving before, but
Yeah.
this year it probably will be.
Yeah.
And so I just,
I
fun.
love it. Awesome. Okay. So upcoming
Mm-hmm.
next week, I interviewed one of my college roommates, Maddie, and she started a business with her family. And she has supported her husband, John, through his journey in opening a brewery.
Right. It's a great interview.
And but her family business is an online retailer, and now their first brick and mortar called Sand and Pine. It's beautiful, has wonderful Christmas things, so it's very seasonal. I interview her next week on the podcast.
And she's a doctor.
Yeah, she's a doctor.
So I mean, it's not like she's got all this
street meds.
extra.
She's like badass.
Yeah.
It's not like an explicit thing on it.
But I mean, it's not like she just like has all this extra time. Like,
no,
it's amazing.
And 2 kids. So don't miss that, because next week is a great podcast, very special. And then after that, we have
Traction
Book Club. Yes, we are talking about the book Traction, a great way to kind of end the year. So if you haven't started it yet, you still have time, a couple weeks to read, and then we'll probably not post a podcast on Christmas week.
Probably not. Well, I think it's obvious on this one we're both yoked to being generous.
Yes.
As just a general idea.
Yeah. And I would say specifically, more is caught than taught with your kids. You cannot talk about being generous. You have to show them. So I would say being yoked to specifically demonstrating generosity to your family.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I love it. Well, as always, like, we love that you follow us. We love that you listen. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
We are grateful for you, for all the likes and subscribes. And it's been fun. It's been a fun year doing this.
Yes, it has.
So until next time, thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Yoke Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it.
And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along as we drop a new episode each week.